The Tech will kick it off and we'll be underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Rice Owls offense will get the first crack at it here. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered out.
On the run, it's Atkins. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I think a lot of people in the stadium were questioning, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field at this point of the game, but the gamble paid off.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Turns it on midfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats, because he is not easy to bring down.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. And he's dragged down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to drive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good play.
In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Ball is loose. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
Fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Rice hoping to cash one in from the red zone. Got some room in under the goal line. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see if Rice can get it in on 1st and goal. Trying to bully their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rice. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bulldogs offense will have its first possession of the game. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He's going to pass. He's got an open man. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. They'll try the run. At the 35, he's open. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
There's not a quarterback in college football that's not going to be successful with that much time to throw the football. And I think, Reese, I think I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next room, and he doesn't sound happy. No words that we could use in this case.
And they're able to get him on the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And the extra point was good. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll call for the fair catch here. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Rides to the back. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And the Owls get it past the sticks. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. On the run, it's Atkins. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Now on the option. Now the pitch. At the 35, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Owls will line it up on 1st and 10. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets...
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Leaves it with the back. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm the defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
You know, we talked about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, but he just decided to take off.
Let's see if Rice can get it in on 1st and goal.
42 Spider.
And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
Got it.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. The give. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown now. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was
he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-prong.
Hit the afterburners, kid. The 20. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll give it to the back. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. Offense gets set for second down. Got it behind the line. It's Gray. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line is set on third down. Back to throw, it's Bullock. It's complete to the left. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown Owls! And the special teams, that's always a momentum builder. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
The kickoff team is out there after that last punt return for a touchdown. Let's see if we get another big special teams play. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Williams. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. A third and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Gray. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. He'll come out throwing on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Reels it in down the left side. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or
False
form.
start, offense.
officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on second down. On the move. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. He now has 53 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. They'll throw on third and short. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab well past the stick. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Get it out on the screen. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And they got him for the sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's got room. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On second down, they'll take to the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established.
He's off to the races. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
To the air, it's Bullock. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Trying to power it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. On the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's an outstanding effort by the defense. Backs against the wall. How about the play inside on that defensive line, just tunneling down low?
And the holder, it's a fake. Shuffle it to the tight end. You want to be bold and times you got to know when to just take the 3. They're backed up. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Find some room, and that's what you want to get away from the goal line. A 5-yard pickup out to the 6. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Goes to the option. The pitch. Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10. 30 short. They've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. They'll try to run for it. At the 20, he's got space. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution, picking up not only the 1, making it an even bigger play and getting the 1st down.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. They'll leave it with him. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a deuce. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
That QB is lucky that ball wasn't picked. You just cannot lob the football, especially when you're throwing it down the middle of the field like that.
The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a 1st down just outside the red zone. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incomplete.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on fourth basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on fourth down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in the group, Dave, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. On the option. Now the pitch. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. We reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Rice has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Quick toss. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert.
Here we go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab, and he's got the first.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling in fourth down right there. Getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. And this will be the 9th play of the drive.
Get set, get set. 6-9-1, Gators score.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Ortiz. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too? This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On second down, just keeps firing. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
On the double.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it.
Slab.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Using his feet. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight through the sticks, making sure I get that first down.
Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field.
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field.
Offense.
Man, at this stage of the game, does that hurt to have 6 points taken off the board? Now they've got to regroup and try to get it in again.
On the set.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. And they'll knock him down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Arizona State is up big right now, and honestly, it feels like the Forks have been up since the opening kick.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
This time he's got his man. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Scanning the field, it's Bullock. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Going to try to get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He's going to pass on second down. Caught near the sideline, it's fourth. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
The bad news, he didn't get the first down there. The good news, though, he got out of bounds, stopped the clock. They still have one timeout, so there's a lot of time still in this 2-minute situation to march down the field and get a score.
Snap from the gun on third down. He wants a big play here late. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And it's now or never. It's do or die for this offense. Fourth down, late in the game, trailing. They absolutely have to connect and move the chains right here. This thing's over.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Getting some heat. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like him to try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. The defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Rice trying to close the deal and run out the clock. Give to the running back. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Okay, ready?
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22.
Easy.
Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's going to take off. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights. It's good. With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them, so you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David?
Amen. I mean, just keep hope alive. Pitch this pill around, use every second you got, make this game, Palmer, as close as you possibly can.
Crazier things have happened in college football, man. Let's just go find out. Let's find out where the playmakers are lined up and see if they can make something positive happen.
Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. And now on 2nd down for this offense. looking to throw. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Bullock. Takes a hit as he fires. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll fires the pass. Intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the 30. The 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Who gives a hook? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. Guess they wanted to make sure they rubbed a little salt in the wound here down the stretch.
And it's your job to stop them. Keep playing football. I like it when the offense keeps the foot on the accelerator. It's your job. If you don't like it defensively, do something about it.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to